Good morning, Archbishop.
Good morning, McConney.
Thank you again. Christmas is right around the corner.
It sure is.
How have people risen to the occasion this Advent to prepare for Christmas?
The folks in the Archdiocese, our parishioners, have risen in an amazing way. Go by a lot of our churches. They're decorated with blue lights, lights of remembrance, lights of hope, lights of Mary. That's certainly one way. I also know that the Day of Mercy, the celebration of the Sacrament of Reconciliation, proved to be very fruitful. And our parishes are also getting ready for some of them outdoor celebrations, a lot of them for reception of Holy Communion in their cars and driving through. There's been, again, lots of creative activity.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's wonderful to see.
And people have been pouring out generously.
They're very generous. We in several parishes, we have distribution of food to those who are in need and other programs, so that it's not just about us, it's from us and from worship to others.
Yeah. Now, obviously, a lot of people, especially because of the restrictions, they're not going to even see family, even sometimes close family, this Christmas. A lot of people in religious life have this experience.
Right.
What do you offer? What do you say? What's the advice to people who are in that situation?
Well, I guess one of the things is, you're right, as religious, we traditionally didn't go home for Christmas. Right. We were with our brothers or with sisters. They were with other sisters. That it helps us, I think, also this Christmas. We can't take away family from it, but it does allow us maybe to focus on the Holy Family, a little more than usual, and on their experience of Christmas. I do wish that everybody could still gather in large families, but it is possible to have a wonderful and a blessed Christmas without perhaps some of the usual traditions. They'll come back next year,
right?
But they'll leave a little yearning in our heart, and that's not so bad.
I was going to say, that's not a bad thing.
No.
Our world has lived with a tremendous amount of fear in the last many months. This is now Christmas. What is Christmas? Christmas gives us an opportunity for breaking through that. How does that happen? How does that translate into people's lives?
I think that fear is a natural human sort of response to an uncertain situation. But I think for people who believe, what is Christmas? It's the God, the Son of God, became man. He enfleshed himself. What we're celebrating is, there's a great phrase in the martyrology, that God consecrated the world when he became flesh, and that the world has become a place of redemption and salvation because of Christmas. And so I think it gives us a chance maybe to reflect a little more, because we have a little more time. Not so many gifts, not quite so many people coming over to capture some of the first Christmas.
Right.
And that helps us overcome fear, I think.
Right, yeah. When you were growing up.
Yeah. A long time ago.
What were some of your Christmas traditions? Did you have midnight mass?
No, in our family we didn't go to midnight mass. This was back in the 50s when I was a little boy. And we went to 9:30 Mass in the morning. But because there was the tradition, the obligation to fast before receiving Holy Communion.
From midnight.
That we would have to come downstairs and not even look in the living room where the presents were under the tree. And we hung our stockings on by the fireplace. Right. And so we had to we were supposed to avert our eyes and go to Mass and then come home and plunder under the tree and the mandarin oranges and the candy canes and so on that were in the stockings.
Right. Did you have any Christmas Day sort of anomalies, traditions, opening gifts in a certain way?
Oh, well, we ordered gifts. My father was a very orderly man, and he would take one gift at a time, and we'd go around the family. Each person would open their gift, ooh and ah, and you had to know who it was from, and then he would take another one. So fortunately, there were enough gifts. It took a while, but it was fun, but it was orderly. There was no jumping and finding your own gifts under the tree and opening them. No.
Right. Yeah.
It was one by one.
One by one. How many of you were there?
I just have one older sister.
Okay.
And so there were really just the four of us.
Okay. Well, Favorite food, Christmas food?
Oh, my favorite food at Christmas, of course, I mean, it is turkey.
Okay.
And my mother made a delicious trifle for dessert.
Oh, okay.
Which was always just Christmas. She wasn't a dessert person usually, but for Christmas she outdid herself.
Drink?
Well, now I like Aperol spritzes. I think in those days it was, I guess, when I could start having a little wine, it would have been some wine. But
Right, yeah.
I also love eggnog, but I know it's a killer on calories. But it is good.
But it is good.
Yeah.
What about Christmas hymn? What's your favorite Christmas hymn? And don't be limited to just one.
Okay,
Advent
I
and
guess
Christmas
I was thinking. I think "Joy to the World" is one of them because it's a real rouser.
Yeah.
And someone singing who can really do it, "Oh Holy Night," and if they can reach those high notes on "Fall on Your Knees," that's very stirring. Yeah.
As of this morning, we've had about, I think it's 765 deaths reported due to COVID through this year. And there are hundreds of people in hospital and trying to recover from home.
Yeah.
What can we offer to them and their families this Christmas?
I think one of the first things that we should do is offer all those engaged in healthcare or in taking care of those who are in homes. We can offer them, first of all, our gratitude.
Yeah.
Because they are doing just an outstanding work.
And they're going to be doing it all through Christmas.
They do it right through Christmas. There's
no break.
No break and no holidays. And I think we offer them our gratitude, we offer them our prayers. And I think when we have the occasion to see them or that we should express our thanks and our gratitude, and above all remember them when in our worship and in our families.
Archbishop, this is a Christmas like no other.
Like no other.
How would you like it to be remembered?
I guess I'd like it to remember is that this was the Christmas in which we were able to focus a little more specifically on the first Christmas and on the experience of the Holy Family, and see ourselves and our families. Perhaps they're not perhaps, I'm sure they're not as holy as the original family, but that we were able to focus on the stupendous mystery and the goodness of God. The grace of God has appeared in becoming flesh and dwelling among us, that this is the most important dimension of Christmas. I've heard some people say, well, we're not canceling Christmas. Who could ever cancel Christmas? No power on earth can ever cancel the mystery of the incarnation and the birth of the Savior.
Finally, thank you again for this opportunity just to say Merry Christmas to you, to your family, and of course to all our priests.
And a Merry Christmas to you, Makani, to your family, and a Merry Christmas to all parishioners, to everyone, the faithful, the religious of the Archdiocese of Vancouver. God's blessings on them all.